Flipping on the grind.
What's going on? It's your boy Marcus Q.
It's your boy AB.
And this is the Map Social Presents
Dirty Laundry Podcast.
We got some special ladies in the house tonight.
Oh, yeah.
We got Ashley Taylor and Erin Danielle.
Hey,
right.
yeah.
Hello. Right,
Yeah.
Fitness enthusiast.
Yes.
Okay, that's what's up. So, full-time personal trainer?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Part-time personal trainer?
Yes.
By day, by night, corporate lady?
Yep.
100% of the time?
Yeah, 100% of the time.
Aaron?
Half amazing. No, I'm glad to be glad to have y'all here for real, because I don't know y'all. I don't think I know people be really watching y'all fitness videos. I'd be like, dang, I'm slipping on my game.
Hey, you speaking of slipping on your game.
No,
This is how you learn. Antonio held us up today. He was late. Locked the mics in the car. Didn't have a key card. So on and so forth.
Made it happen, though.
Yeah, so we're behind sketch because
Just a little bit.
But we're here.
So hey,
We're here.
I can take the heat.
Yeah, just don't let it happen.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so we're going to start with a couple of questions, and we're going to start with fitness since that's y'all thing, you know what I'm saying? So I will start with you, Erin.
Okay.
How has fitness become a part of your lifestyle, or how has it changed your life?
Okay, so for me, fitness has been a part of my life forever. I grew up a gymnast, so
dope.
I did gymnastics, all throughout. And so after college, though, it's kind of like, what do I do? Because I did it for 20 years, so it was kind of lost myself just a little bit. But the one thing that stayed constant was working out. And so that is kind of how I refound my love again for fitness. And then it also became more of a mental thing than a physical. And that's how it's stayed in my life, just because it's way more mental for me than it is for physical.
So you was a gymnast in college?
I was, yeah.
Where did you go?
I went to University of Nebraska,
That's
competed all 4 years. It was
I
fun.
can see it now. It makes sense.
Like what kind of routines or what?
Yeah, so I competed vault and floor in college, but growing up
snap.
you compete all four no matter what. But in college I specialized in vault and floor.
Okay, now you said you lost yourself a little bit. Dr. Phil in the house. No, elaborate on that. What do you mean when you say you lost yourself?
Yeah.
I think just your identity, right? Gymnastics was my whole identity, it was my whole life. So after that it was what do I do? That was no longer an option. You kind of age out of gymnastics at that age, not anymore, but at that time you age out of gymnastics. So it's what do I do now?
Was there a plan to do that professionally at a point, or you thought?
I did do it professionally for a little bit, but again, at that time, you kind of age out of gymnastics. So after college, for the most part, there's nothing really. I did compete in the first professional meet for gymnastics, but after that, there's not really much to do. Nowadays, they're older, doing the Olympics and stuff, but when I was in there, 16 was the max.
That was a cutoff.
Is it really different, as far as what it takes to compete compared to back then?
It's evolved a lot. I think the main difference though is the NIL and being able to be paid, because whenever I was in college we couldn't be paid.
Man,
So I don't know. Yeah, so you can do both now, which is why they're older going to the Olympics. Where when I was in it, you had to choose one or the other. So yeah, but that's when I was just what is gonna happen? What am I gonna do now? Am I gonna pursue my degree? Am I gonna continue to coach? I don't know. But the one thing, like I said, the one thing constant was working out for myself, and that was the one place where I could go and just ignore everything else and just be in the zone, and that helped me tremendously during that time.
Yeah, tell you passionate about it.
Yeah.
For real.
All right, Ashley.
What you got for us?
How has fitness become a part of your life's journey, or how has it changed your life, if it has?
Well, my story is kind of similar to hers, but minus the gymnastics in college. Mine happened out of high school. I ran track and field in high school. I was moved around a lot. I went from being in Copper's Cove for all my life, and then yanked out of it, moved away to Georgia to finish my high school years there. So I didn't get to continue running track because their program was a lot different there. So kind of was swept under my feet, and I didn't like it. So after graduating high school, I was similar to her. I was well, track isn't a thing for me anymore. I don't think I can get back into it, but I always like being active. I like sports. I like, when I was younger, As you know, we would play random like baseball outside, football. We'd make our own football posts. So I always liked being active. So I was just trying to figure out what that meant. Then I started like going to little random gyms, working out by myself. Really wasn't doing anything. I'm not gonna lie. I look back at my videos that I recorded of myself during that time, and I was like, yikes. But yeah, but I appreciate it. I really do. But that's kind of how I got into it, and it never left me. It's the one constant in my life. I was a sprinter, 4x1, 4x2, open 1, open 2, sub for the 400. You know.
You look kind of fast.
I was a little fast. I ain't even gonna lie. I was pretty dope. If you look on Cove Records, I still, my name is still on there. I think for one of the relays.
Yes.
So right?
Yes.
Love that.
Yeah.
So, am I ball hogging?
No, you ain't ball hogging. We got a good conversation. It's all over the dialogue.
So there's two things with fitness. I feel like it can change your life personally, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And it can stay a part of your life and have a huge impact on you individually. I want you to both speak to, and we'll start with you, Erin. Why help others in fitness? Like, I get that it was a thing for you, but why do you think it's important to help others and continue to be able to do that as a trainer?
Yeah, so that's actually one of my reasons why I got into fitness, is just because I love the transformation of seeing people realize that they can achieve something that they never thought they would be able to. Even if it's just like something so little as like wanting to work out 3 days a week, right? So that's something that they would come in and be like, I will never work out. I will never like it. And now they like thrive and they want to work out, especially like if they're feeling sick or a little bit under weather, they still want to move. They still want to do something, and they find, you know, that happiness and that joy from actually moving. I think that's the reason why, because it's just so much deeper than your physical. It also helps like internally a lot.
Yeah.
I think it starts with internal, and then the physical is just an added.
Yeah, for sure.
Like a cherry on top.
Yeah, I think people get into it because they think about the physical, but it transforms your internal like so much more.
I'm curious, when y'all go to the gym, do y'all be like workout judging people? Like, do y'all
You can
watch,
tell the truth.
do y'all watch somebody else and be like, she's not doing that right?
Yeah, I mean, it happens. It happens.
Sure.
Yeah, that's, you know, I think as trainers, that's one thing you just so happen to like, yes, your eyes are going to be locked on like, what is this person doing?
Yeah.
I ain't going to say nothing because I'm not going to interrupt you.
I mean, my gym partner is in Hill, so
I got you. It's true.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
Why is helping others important to you in fitness?
For me, it's nice to be that motivation for somebody else. That's what kind of keeps me going. Often I get like messages from random people that I don't even think are watching my fitness videos. And for me, I don't think my fitness videos are all that. I don't. I'm trying. I'm working on them. I'm getting them. I'm, you know, working on them to be like better and like editing wise. But I get random people that message me all the time that be like, you know, keep posting. You know, I'll get up early in the morning because I know you're going to post and get me out of bed to go to the gym. So when I see stuff like that, I'm like, you know what? Yes.
That's amazing.
That is why I do this, because I want to lift you up, you know.
That's beautiful. How is it that y'all haven't collabed yet?
Yeah, what's going on?
I don't know. And I've run into her so many times.
Run into each other.
I run into her a lot. That is hilarious. I don't know.
We need to. We
Yes.
They're gonna laugh and not answer the question. I know, right?
I don't know.
There's
That's a good
not
question.
a reason. Yeah.
But it's funny because we have ran into each other in random locations often. Like, oh, what are you doing here?
How did y'all meet?
At a fitness thing.
Yeah, it was a fitness event
It was a
for
fitness event,
Fact Fitness at the time.
Maybe,
which I don't think exists anymore. But
Yeah.
You're awesome. Let's make sure we never work together.
well, and then I also
Actually
left.
left. Yeah,
I
actually
left
left
for a
while.
year, so yeah.
Oh, so this is before. Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have y'all ever thought about doing a collaboration? Has it crossed your mind?
You literally just put it in our brain.
Yeah, we haven't talked about it, but we definitely should.
I love that. Yeah, I think we should. Because we literally both have videos that are lit by ourselves.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm curious because I don't know when y'all go. Let's get messy. This is Dirty Laundry podcast.
That's what.
When
Yeah.
y'all go to the gym, right? Do y'all see a lot of other black women?
I knew you was coming with that.
Of course.
Do we see other black women?
Y'all see, when y'all go to the gym, do you see a lot of other? What ethnicities do y'all generally see?
You triggered them.
No, I was just thinking.
Because I don't really pay attention, but
yeah.
now when you say
I mean, I
it,
think
like
it's mostly white women.
it is.
There's maybe a handful of other black ladies,
Now, why
but
do you think that is?
Yeah, curious.
it's a great question.
They're like, you definitely can't not play. You guys can't play this part.
You said y'all met at a fitness event, right?
yes.
Yeah.
And when y'all was at that fitness event, who else was
It was mostly black, actually.
Because the people
the
who
people were
created
black.
the event were
Yeah,
black.
yeah.
Y'all talking about the running event?
No. This was it was like a Valentine's something.
So that's good.
Yeah.
Y'all went to a black
It was
fitness
pretty
event?
cool.
Yeah, and the people that hosted were black. I think it was more of a
All right, well, don't save them. Answer the question.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is? Do you think it's the market that we in? Do you think it's just not promoted enough in our
Maybe some
community?
culture
Thing?
Honestly, it may be a culture thing because we have two sisters that also, actually our whole entire family that don't work out. It's weird. I don't know why. I always think about it. I'm like, what is it that's stopping them from, just, getting started? Or the ones that did start, they didn't continue. I always think about that. So I don't know if it's, they feel uncomfortable. They don't know where to start, or they feel that it's saturated with, white women. So.
Oh, is that ethnicity and everything? What about Asians, Latinos?
When the last time you seen an Asian that
I see more Asians than
Asian women?
Yeah.
I've seen
Maybe like one?
the Asian women I've seen were in my apartment gym, small gym.
I've seen some Asian women, but I think also it's the lack of knowledge, maybe, of like what to do also in the gym, right? I think, social media has helped a lot.
Have knowledge that the white women have? That's what you're saying?
No, I think social media helps a lot, but I don't think a lot of women don't know what to do whenever they go into the gym.
I got a lot of issue theories, okay? Seriously. I think, first of all, it's not heavily promoted in our community, A.
Yeah.
B, white women tend to not be as shapely, so they gotta go get shapely. A lot of black women are naturally shapely, so they're like,
That makes sense.
They like not worrying about the health aspect of it.
And being thick is, more acceptable in our community.
Right?
Yeah.
So they like already got it. So as long as I got it back here and I'm not tripping on what's going on in the front too much, I think that's a part of the stigma around that.
Yeah.
And I also think naturally, so I'm not gonna be too hard on them. I think naturally it is intimidating because when I got into it as a trainer, if I look back at my old videos, first of all, I lost 60 pounds, but if I look back at my old videos, I wasn't doing shit right. So it is intimidating. On top of, in our culture, it's not promoted like that.
So you think it's
collective?
Would you say you think going to the gym is promoted in other cultures?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you look at CrossFit games, stuff like that, you're gonna see all Caucasian people promoting it, creating their own spaces to have competitions in. I don't know if we don't have that support. That's why we need to come together.
I think when it comes to sports, I think our ethnicity is very strong in it. But when it comes to just like working out as a
overall health, and
as a general population,
it's
as the general pop, we don't.
I find it interesting, like, because it seems like when I asked y'all that question, you have to really think. So when y'all go to the gym, I get you focus on your workout. But that never came up, like, why ain't no...
I mean, I also think I know for me, I'm also in Austin, so it's not weird for me to be the only black person in this space.
It is Austin. You do got to think about that.
So...
I'm not...
That's valid.
For me, I'm not, it's not, so I have to, like, actually think, like, do I actually see other black women?
There's a lot of
because...
black
you're used to not seeing them.
Yeah, there are black men, but as a woman, like, I'm used to being in spaces and not seeing black women.
That's true.
Do you go to the location in Pflugerville?
I do. I'm up north.
That's the one you go to?
Yeah, the one in Pflugerville.
Gold's Gym, right? So
at Gold's. Yeah.
Don't be shit. Take shit like Gold's. We need y'all.
I mean, we're not lovely. The history behind it.
Maybe cancel my stuff.
But it's not to take jabs. I think about it like, how do you tell another sister, right? Let's use that term, that you need to work out, girl, without them looking at you like, bitch. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta try to create other avenues to raise. I want to see more black people in the gym, especially black women, because for the health aspects, and then like you get the other aspects around it too. But I think it's a hard conversation to have because there's an automatic defense.
Yeah, I think if you have to highlight health, Not even so much like body or anything else, just highlight for the health benefits.
And mental health, like y'all said.
Yeah, and mental health.
Yeah.
I think those two would be where you have to highlight to motivate more Black women to be in the gym.
Y'all are so cute. It's hard for me to try to light y'all up.
I know. They're like.
Why do you think they lie to each other?
What?
Why?
Yeah.
Man,
I see what you're saying. Are you saying like?
Yeah. Like, so let me explain this to y'all.
I know what you're trying
So
to say.
as men, the way we get through to each other, which is probably not healthy, is that we roast each other.
Yeah, we roast
each
each
other.
other.
Each other up. We hold each other accountable to like, dude, that ain't working.
Bro, get your fat ass up.
Yeah.
We'll say shit like
Y'all can't do that with each
that.
other.
They can't wear that shit.
Do you think it's healthy to tell, like, you got a group of homegirls and, you know, like, one is kind of slipping? Do you think it's healthy? Girl, as long as you're comfortable, as long as you good.
No.
Yeah, you don't think that's healthy?
Absolutely
Why
not.
do you think women do that to each other? Do y'all agree y'all do that to each other? When I say y'all, women.
Women.
Oh,
Right.
okay, so not specifically me.
Yeah, not
But yes,
specifically.
Yeah.
women do that. Yes.
Yeah. I think it's because society. There's so much in society that's already tearing down their confidence.
Yeah.
That's like you don't want to also tear down their confidence. For real.
Yeah.
That's real.
Don't want to tear down another woman.
Yeah.
Basically.
Because it's already hard enough.
Technically, no, it's not.
No.
It's not tearing down. It's the truth. It's the truth.
Yeah.
You may not like it, but it is the truth.
Yeah. This is all organic. This is not.
Yeah.
This is not a
Yeah,
setup.
for the audience, this is all again. This is just
Just a conversation.
Because we.
I'm here for it because
Yeah.
that is the thing.
It is,
I get
yeah.
tired of people
It's
being
fair.
like, you know, I see the comments on other girls that are clearly obese. I'm just gonna say it. Clearly obese. Yes, like I love the confidence. I did see that.
Lizzo's last
Oh
post.
yeah, with her little booty pic.
She trying.
She is trying.
She's good.
I
Yeah.
love
It's
to
crazy,
see it.
though,
Yeah.
Because you see how popular she was when she had to wait.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like nobody even talk about her no more.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is kind of, we talk about this all the time. We talk about this a lot, like especially in the music industry. A lot of Black artists, it's like being big is like part of their swag. Like
Yeah.
Big X the Plug.
My God,
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah,
big
yeah,
guy.
If you lose weight,
It's a
it's
big
over
guy.
for you.
Yeah.
Like you ain't getting no fans. Like we only want to see you when you're obese.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
And I don't get that. Like, I'm curious what y'all think about that. Do y'all feel the same way?
Yeah, I mean, I've noticed
I know
it.
his name is Big X. Shout out to Big X because he go hard, but he can't be Slim X the Plug. He can't, like it ain't gonna.
He
work.
literally
Yeah.
can't be anything else.
I mean, they had like Slim Thug back in the day. And that was a good look.
I can't stand you.
So moving forward here, did y'all have anything to add to what he just said?
What kind of drink are you drinking?
It is a clean cause. And I believe you say it yerba mate, but I'm probably wrong. I think it's yerba mate or something like that. Either way, it's great.
Aaron, how old are you?
I'm 35.
Oh, girl, look at you, looking fine. Too, okay? I thought you was like still in your 20s.
Oh, really?
I did.
Okay, thank you. I
How are you
appreciate
over
that.
there? You aging as you sit there.
I hate you. I am
I
34.
Y'all both
great.
look beautiful
First of
for
all,
y'all
y'all
age. Originally from
Here.
Austin.
Austin.
dope.
I'm from Austin.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah.
I know both of them. You from here? I'm like, yeah, we're not too. We're both black.
So, do y'all believe there is a community here, or they're trying to have a community here of people like
Yes.
us?
Yeah.
Okay, what's some of your
It's
favorite,
growing.
brands or communities out here that you've been a part of?
I love We're Outside. The
Run Club?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
That grew like crazy.
Yes, and both of us attended in the summer. I think that's amazing.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if where y'all at though, the one that does like all the events, even outside of the fitness ones. That's pretty. I do follow them and I appreciate them. It's straightforward, tells you exactly what you need. But
Do y'all feel like it's easy to network with your people when you're out, or it's still kind of difficult, or what? What do y'all think about that?
I think it's easy to network. It's just a vibe already. Like you walk into, their events and it's just like, this is what's up. Like I feel at home. I feel this is.
Collaboration, like for example, y'all both are fitness. Y'all do y'all thing.
Fitness
right?
enthusiasts.
Right, we'll say fitness enthusiasts, right? And do y'all think to collaborate with other people or other groups, or like what's y'all mindset on when it comes to networking?
So as far as collaborating, yes, I actually have those thoughts all the time. I think my what's holding me back is just figuring out how to. But I have all kinds of ideas in my head all the time.
I
But
saw you just said it. Like, just twinkled.
yes, so I have the ideas all the time. I think I just lack the knowledge of trying to figure out how to navigate that. But yeah, I think about it and I want to. But y'all definitely put the idea in for us.
So when you say it's a vibe, act in the moment. So
Yeah.
you say you walk to a space and it's a vibe,
Yeah.
capitalize on the opportunity.
Yeah.
I think practice. You know, I used to use this term, practice perfection, but realize it's unattainable. So I hate public speaking. But most of my
Same.
previous roles in corporate America, I had to publicly speak. You're gonna fumble. You might not say the right thing. But I think when you're in spaces like that, around things that you want to be around, like the networking events or with your own people, use that as a ground to practice on.
Yeah.
And if you fumble or stumble, hey, look at it as a win. Like, what did I do wrong there? What can I do different next?
Yeah.
So I would definitely, like, when you say it's a vibe, act when you're feeling good. In those moments is what I would do.
Okay. Yeah,
That's good. Yeah.
That's good guidance.
How do you think about going about networking? Like, is that something you tried or
Yeah,
not? Like,
for sure.
what's your experience?
Yeah, it's definitely something I've tried. It helps with me getting clients too with networking. And the spaces where we have had, the Black spaces, I've gotten some clientele from there, and it's been amazing. So I'm all for it.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's rewarding to see your clients, like, progress, right?
Yeah.
Do you, is it more like, is it a little bit of everything, like weight loss management or like physical, like, what is it called? Sports enhancement training?
Yeah.
Or do you do a little bit of everything?
I do a little bit of everything. Mostly everybody comes in though for weight loss. I mean, I think that's the number one thing that people are looking for. Sometimes too though, lately it's been medical. So like if they have some type of disease and they need to lose weight because, their levels are high or whatever, that has been more common too lately. But most of it is just weight management.
Did you go NASM?
I went ACE.
NASM.
I want y'all to talk about, because I took the personal training exam. That shit's not really easy.
No.
To me, it wasn't.
No.
It took me 3 times.
It took me
You would
2
never
for
speak to your
sure.
client the way you took the test, right?
Yeah.
No,
Not at all.
That
Not at
verbiage, if you went at your client with that, they'd be like, what are you talking about?
all. Yeah, it's definitely not relatable.
I felt the first time I took mine.
So did
So
I.
I took it 3 times. So yeah.
I went in
Look at
there
you.
thinking I had it.
Really? Look at it.
Didn't you go in there thinking that you had it? Because I was like,
Yeah.
I know
How to work
fitness.
out exercise,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The language and the terms. I'm like,
Yeah.
it just that I didn't like that way about it.
Yeah.
I'm a visual learner, so like in the moment, but like when reading from a textbook and shit, like I hated it. I
Yeah.
was glad to get past it.
Me
Yeah.
too. I'm not a good test taker. So.
I wanted to get deep with y'all too, because like one thing you said that I feel like a lot of people don't really think about, like they just think about losing weight, but when it comes to the mental health part of it, like how has the workouts, like could you recall a time where it's like, if you don't want to get too personal, fine, but we want to get deep. So
Yeah.
where like I needed this workout because this was going on.
Whew, man, yeah. Plenty
Because I think you
of
need to hear
times.
Yeah.
Yeah, plenty of times. I think for, like, if I'm going through, like, relationship problems and I need just to go blow off some steam or something just to not think about it for a second, that's definitely an outlet for me. Or even just a hard day at work, like, that was annoying. I need to, like, not talk to anybody and zone out for a second. Or if I have like a lot of energy and I need to go, throw some heavy stuff around. Absolutely.
Yeah, for me, I went through a pretty tough breakup like in 2020. And the one constant, my best friend and I actually worked out every morning at like 5 a.m. So like no matter what, we got up at 5 a.m. and worked out. And that kept me throughout that entire, process of dealing with that for sure. Because it just, no matter like if I was up all night crying or whatever, like I still got up and that like made me get through my day every day. And helps so much.
I feel like, I'm sorry if I
No, it's okay.
I think you got to be addicted to something.
Yep.
And I think you might as well be addicted to something that's beneficial, but you still got to have balance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm assuming I could guess if you miss a workout, you'd be pissed.
I mean, I'm not pissed.
I feel weird about it. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I'm like,
I do.
Lacy.
Let's say you missed your workout routine for a week.
Yeah. Then I have a problem.
missed
Oh, look at y'all.
A week I have a problem.
I would feel like I was thin. I lost all my gains.
Yeah,
My booty flat now. Dear God, it's
But
over
for me,
with.
it's not even like physical. My head, I would like not be able to have conversations with people.
Yeah.
I would go crazy. Just to let off the steam, everything.
I think that the mentality y'all have, I feel like a lot of people, not just women, not just everybody, especially here in Austin, like I feel like Austin has a really big a drinking culture, like, and that's globally, right?
Yeah.
But like it's how people deal with their stress. They'll be like, "Yo, I need to get a drink," you know, and I'm not, do your thing, but like how y'all describe it, I think people might should try that. Be like, you know what, I'm gonna get this workout in because I don't want to be somebody else, or I don't want, or the boss was talking crazy or whatever. I don't think enough people do that. I don't think they think about it like that. They think like, oh, I gotta get up and put my clothes on and stuff.
It's a mental thing. You start psyching yourself out.
Yeah.
It is. People think of it as I have to go do this. I gotta. I have to work out. This is a blessing to have a body. Yeah, I get to move my body because eventually we're not going to be able to do this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I hope that what I'm doing now for my body when I'm 70 years old, I'm still able to move around and not be bedridden or like having to use a walker and stuff like that. So that's things I think about when I work out now too, because I don't want that for me when I'm older. So this is a blessing to have an able body to get up every day and move it. It is awesome.
Is there any injuries?
Yeah.
Like, and how do you deal with that? Because that can be depressing.
You don't want to ask me that because I'm just going to go work out. Listen, right now my kneecaps are not okay, but I went in there and I squatted. I shouldn't have. I don't care. But don't listen to me though.
Yeah. I tore both my Achilles. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. In college.
She
But
She said she tore both her Achilles.
Golly, that's insane.
yeah.
That's in gymnastics.
Yes. Yeah. So I mean, they happen, but
Yeah.
also they also force you to slow down and then concentrate on mobility, concentrate on strengthening that.
Y'all work
area.
out there, so I know y'all done got this. Have you ever been in the gym and got that workout high? It's like, how am I pulling this shit off?
Yeah, man.
I'm hard right now. Have y'all
Yeah,
ever got
that's
that?
the best.
And
that's
it's usually
feel good endorphins right in the middle of the workout. Yeah.
It's usually the days you don't feel like going too when it happens
and you have the
too.
best.
That is fantastic. What was you doing the last time you got that? When you can remember, what exercise was you doing?
Probably hip thrusts. I think it was last week actually.
Man, that's all girls do.
Here we go. I was waiting on it.
I see the Chinese. What is that working? Just hitting the glutes hard or what?
Yeah, it's
Why
working.
they so
And it's easier on your back.
Why that?
It
Why
is.
does every girl do that so much hardcore? Like, why that?
I mean, it's the one exercise that just targets your glutes, right? So like your squat is gonna work your quads, your hamstrings, and your glutes.
Yeah.
Your RDLs are gonna work your hamstrings and your glutes. That's the one thing that's just gonna do your glutes.
I see little tiny little things.
Oh, yeah. They'll throw some weight around.
I just be doing workouts. I think this is gonna make me. I look sexy doing this. I'm about to
Do girls do that? Tell the truth.
They'd be like, yeah, let me do this.
They look
squat
good
real
doing
quick.
it.
Yeah.
Gym culture. Let's talk about that.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm down
Girls
for it
like to
because
be checked out at the gym.
I think, yes, I personally don't. What I wear to the gym, okay. I don't have matching outfits. So every now and again, I might have it.
But you got leggings.
I do, because I do not want to be talked to. I just want to work out. I'm not here to look cute. I will be sweaty faced, my hair all over my head.
Sweatpants, like baggy sweatpants?
No, I don't do that. I don't do the pump covers. I don't do any of that. And I'm not hating on nobody.
I know.
That's what they're called when they
Yeah,
go
when
to
they
the
go,
gym
like,
with the
over.
baggy
Yeah.
sweats and
Right,
like
that's called
baggy.
pump cover.
Yeah, I'll wear a t-shirt for sure, but I'll have my leggings on or my shorts, but like no, I don't do any of that. I go to get my workout on. I'm not there to look cute. I be seeing women in there with full on
Makeup,
face of
yeah.
makeup.
What?
What?
Yeah.
And I'm like, how you're not sweating. You can't be sweating.
But I will say, when I look good, I do work out better. So I
Yeah.
do.
I
I
This
mean,
is when you look good? Like,
Yeah.
What does that mean?
like you do
I
better.
think it's
Yeah.
her more so confident.
Yeah.
Do you work out for people to be looking? You thought
Not
you
for, no, I stay in my own
You don't
zone,
get mad
but
about it?
I don't get mad about it. But I I do wear like leggings and crop tops and stuff. I don't wear like sports bras or anything, but for the most part. But so I know that I'm there. When I'm there, people are gonna look.
Yeah,
I'm
it is
not
what
like
it is.
oblivious to
It
it.
is what it is.
You know I look
I
good.
know how
Okay.
But no, this is not Sticky Boys. That's not how you sound. Don't take it personally. But the reason I asked this is because this one girl I was talking to, she was like I was like, you know, for me, I'm like, I'm gonna go to sleep in this so I can wake up and to get up out the house in the morning to go work out. And she was just like, oh, you guys are so lucky. I could just wear that. I can't go to sleep in leggings. I was like, well, why don't you wear shorts or some sweatpants? I'm like the whole legging, the whole fashion of it, because I feel like it's more of a fashion for the ladies when they go to the gym. And I'm curious if y'all feel the same way.
No. This is what we work out in.
I think it is more fashion. I mean,
I feel when a dude looking, even if like can y'all just feel it naturally?
Yeah, I mean, you can feel when someone's looking at you.
Yeah.
Have you had
For
those
the most
moments
part.
like, yeah, now let me
For
do this
sure.
extra squat?
Oh no, absolutely not. I do not want the attention. That is what I don't want. I think I'm very opposite of a lot of women.
A bad place for a dude to approach you. To
Yes.
Talk to you.
I think so.
It's not to me. For
I
me,
think
it's
so.
not.
Oh, see, two different opinions. That's good.
Yeah.
Your reason?
For me, because like I just said, I just want to go in here and get my workout on, be sweaty. I probably don't smell great. Who knows? I don't know. Like, you know, so, and on top, exactly. So I don't want to be approached because if I look like trash, I'm like, okay, what? Like, no, don't do that. And I don't want to be interrupted. That's another thing. It's timing too. If somebody was to approach me in the gym and I'm in the middle of my set or something, like, go away.
Yeah. I think you just act like that, period.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
For me, it does depend on the day. Of course, there are days where I'm like, don't talk to me. I don't want to talk to anybody. But I don't mind talking to people at the gym. It doesn't bother me. Yeah, people can talk too much, and I'm like, okay, that's enough. I need to get back. But it doesn't bother me.
Number one, gym, don't.
Wear jeans.
Don't. Oh, it's just period. Don't wear jeans. I've seen it.
I've seen it.
Yeah, people work out
I've seen
in
it.
jeans.
I'd be like,
We saw a dude in a suit
on the treadmill.
he
Like,
said,
he
by
had-
any means
he might have had a
necessary.
briefcase.
Oh my god.
When you got to get the gains, but you got a court case after.
Yeah.
Like,
You
I
have
don't
no
know.
time to change.
So no jeans.
Yeah.
Number one, gym, don't.
Okay.
Number one, gym, don't. How about don't not re-rack your weights? How about that? I get
That's a good
tired of
one.
that. It's very annoying.
That's a
It's
good
very
one.
annoying. There's nothing worse than going to like the leg press machine and there's like 6 plates still on there. I got to take that off.
Do y'all be like? Obviously, I'm just not a stupid question, but how do y'all feel like the stretching of it all? Like, because everybody's like the stretching is the most important most of the time.
It is.
Yeah.
Like, do y'all commit to that? Do y'all make time for that, or sometimes you just be like, I'm just getting this workout in?
For me, my warm up is like 30 minutes every time
Of stretching.
for stretching and mobility.
Yeah,
He does. I've worked out with you, and I was like, wait, why are we lifting weights already? God.
31. No, I've done that in the past and I get hurt.
Warm up is wild.
It's
How long you been-
appropriate.
So how long you be? How long you
It's
been?
appropriate.
2 hours.
Hour and a
No,
half.
Hour and a half, yeah.
Okay, so 30 minutes.
Yeah.
an hour.
If I warmed up for 30 minutes, I'm getting in my car.
Yeah, he's gone after that.
I'm like,
God.
But if I don't, I'm hurt after.
Do y'all do the sauna every time?
Not every time.
Oh, I need to do sauna every time.
I don't do the sauna ever.
Your sauna.
I just don't. It's because it's not there.
What, you said what?
I don't do it because it's not there. But if it was, every now and again, yeah, I'll partake.
She
It's
doesn't
not.
have access.
I don't have access to it.
At the Ghost Gym?
The women's has been shut down since I got a membership there.
One on it, really?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, and y'all, the men's is working.
Yes. Since I got a membership, they were like, oh, it's going to be working Tuesday. It is now almost March, and it's
Funny
not.
story. So you know they remodeled. You saw that big room.
Yes, it's nice.
Me and him going exploring. We're like, oh, let's check out what's on the other side. It led us back into the restaurant.
Yeah, like, it was like, they looked all. They made it look like it was
I
something
was like,
special. back
Wait,
then.
what
Yeah.
location do y'all go to?
Highland.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
He has terrible sauna etiquette, by the way.
What does
I'm
he
not-
do?
He talks to people in the sauna.
Oh.
Can I finish it? Oh, no.
Do they wanna talk back?
Am I making this up?
No, yeah, you are making it up.
So why you trying to stop me from telling the story?
Whatever it's gonna be, it's gonna be good shit.
First of all, I feel like there's
That only
like-
happened once.
Ever.
I didn't realize.
So tell me why. First of all, I think older, just speaking of my experiences, older Caucasian men have weird etiquette in the locker room.
Yeah.
They choose to just be naked throughout the
Yeah,
year.
it's like, man,
They're very
Like,
comfortable.
That's some weird shit.
Yeah.
But so we all chilling in the sauna or whatever. Did you have on tidy whities that day?
Nah, it was like blues.
Okay, so we chilling in the sauna. And I don't know why he thought it was a good idea, but there was a dude, like, our sauna's small. There was a dude, like, right in front of him or whatever. And I guess he wanted to have a conversation, or you said something.
No, he said something, and then we was talking, and then I had to stretch. And I was like, you know what? Let me just stretch right here in the sauna.
No.
But it was.
So the dude is this.
He wasn't about it. This is his furthest. He making it seem like I was
Antonio has a conversation with him and goes like, right?
I believe it.
And then he's like, yeah. The dude's like, yeah, you just gotta stretch it out. And then Antonio's like, yeah.
I looked back.
I was like, what the fuck is happening?
I can imagine what he looked like.
He was like this. He was like. When we had the sauna we be having the best conversations. We be networking. People be talking. How many times people be like, "Oh, you got that?"
Can I be frank?
No.
Can I be blunt? I never talk to people until I start hanging out with you, which is a good thing.
Which is a good thing.
But you just don't have any awareness of where there's a time and a place for everything.
Okay, if I didn't speak, you think people weren't speaking in the sauna?
Nothing big has happened for us out of that house.
No, we met that one dude that said he can rap.
Okay. I wanted to ask you, ladies, what would you tell your younger self based off what you know today? I will start over here with Erin. Based on what you know today, if you could talk to your younger self, what would you tell your younger self?
I would say buy into like every situation that you're in, or like every opportunity that you have.
I was about to say buy into everything.
Not situation, but opportunity.
So do you feel like you lost or missed some opportunities growing up?
Not that I missed some opportunities, but I think I wish I would have bought in sooner. Mm-hmm. I think.
Give us an example.
So I mean, with gymnastics, I think I fell in love with the sport, but I don't think I started loving it until maybe like my senior year in college. Yeah. And that is just like whenever I realized like what the sport has done for me, you know, how I've did. And I wish I would have realized that sooner, but I think I was just, you know, I liked it, but I wasn't like I love this, I want to do it all the time type of thing, you know?
You didn't understand how big it could have been.
Yeah.
If you would have like embraced it more.
Yeah, for sure.
One of my biggest regrets coming up younger. Once I discovered women.
It's early for you. Early for you.
I was until I got older.
Yeah.
I was like, dang, bro, this was your
call. Starship Trooper to be running and shit. I'll be like, this guy.
You do.
I wish I would have bought into athletics more. Yeah. That well said. Allie?
For me,
what would you tell your younger self?
I would tell my younger self to, you know, if no matter how hard it gets, try to see it through. There's a lot of things, situations, same thing, opportunities that I have like backed out of because I was impatient or things got too hard. I didn't believe in myself. So I would absolutely, tell myself, hey, even if it gets a little tough, see it through. Yeah, it's gonna pay off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got a piggyback question off of that one for both of y'all. We'll go back over here, and that was well said. Would you trade everything that you went through now? Like, would you give it all up to get your time back and do it all over again? You get a clean slate, or would you just gonna stay where you at today and keep pushing forward?
I would stay where I'm at because I think I learned so much from doing it the way that I did it. Yeah. I don't think I would have changed anything. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. For me, I think
she's like,
honestly, because I think I would have liked to have started things a little sooner. So that I would probably, take it back.
Can I give y'all a word of affirmation and make quick advice?
Yeah.
One, I think what y'all are doing is amazing. Probably more than you realize. Like you were saying, like how people reach out to you and hit you on Instagram. That's the people that are bold enough to do that.
Yeah.
So let's say 10 people did that. There's probably like 100 other people that just be ghost watching.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like what we were saying about like collaborating is so important. But the main thing, when y'all have reservations about something y'all should do or shouldn't do, like you were saying just now. I think that's why it's so important to have a community. Like, and when we say your people, like it doesn't have to be like, okay, yeah, we black, but that doesn't mean someone's your people. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
whoever's rooting for you is your people. But at least you know, dang, I have this idea, I want to do this, or somebody came up to me with an opportunity. Let me talk to some of my peoples and get some kind of feedback a little bit.
Yeah.
You don't have to go about it alone, you know. So hopefully we all trying to like create that type of environment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
I like that. Thank you.
Yeah,
That's
no,
good.
sure. You're talented.
What did you just say?
Basically, not to be scared, to reach out to network.
Out.
That's what he said.
I agree. Another fun question. We're getting close to the end here, but and y'all have to participate.
Okay, I guess.
It's gonna be too tough. So,
Man.
like, I'm opting out. A thought-provoking question that you can ask a man, or one question that you can ask men as a whole, and you know you're gonna get the honest truth.
Are y'all gonna answer these questions?
We'll answer them.
Yeah, we'll answer.
What would you ask? And we'll let both of you ask your questions, and then we'll answer them. So what would you ask men?
I think I would ask, why is it such a stigma, or why are you afraid of leaning into, the emotions or being more complicated human being, right? Like,
Do you feel that is that your experience that with the men that you come across? That
Yeah.
They don't
So,
lean to emotion?
they don't lean into, I think a lot
you
of,
gonna answer it and then I answer it?
yeah, but with this you can't really, we can't probe them back. We can't question them back.
Okay.
It's just for us to answer the questions.
Sorry.
Okay. So that is
That was a great question.
I like that one.
What one stereotype about men would you change?
Okay, cool. They came hard with it.
that's good. That's a good one.
There's quite a bit of them.
We'll go with Erin first, and then Antonio, you can answer. And then I'll answer.
Too awkward decisions, man. The question was why don't men lean into their emotions? Let's do this.
I taught him well, by the way.
Look, he knows the answer coming. Anyway, but so I'm talking about for the general, not men,
Yeah.
but
General.
men in general.
Yes.
I think a lot of men don't lean into their emotions because when they have tried to in their past, they have been looked at as weak, or they've been kind of chastised about it. Like growing up as a young boy, as a man, most men experiences like, oh, you got to be strong, you got to be this, you got to be that. So when they actually come across like some real challenges in life, and that happens young too. Sometimes they tell it to the wrong person that doesn't know that about that type of thing, and they get in front of, especially from other men and from women, and it's like almost like they're not desirable in the market now, like in the dating world, like showing that emotion sometimes doesn't come across um, attractive, and it's like their love isn't there. So like men are like very like, okay, I'm gonna have to deal with this on my own, or I'm gonna have to just talk to my homeboy or something like. But like women kind of sometimes, not all women, but the majority men would say they don't really support men in that loving way.
Yeah.
As much as the women will say, "Oh, lean into your emotional, lean into your emotional. You could talk to me. You could talk to me." Then they do it. It's like a trap. And then a month later, or whatever the case may be, it's like there's a little bit of a change in behavior, and men is like they don't want to do that because there's so much that goes on in life.
Yeah.
As a man, like you see it on the news, you hear it in the workplace, and it's like the last person we want to have our back is a woman, and the first person we want to have is a woman, and unfortunately, sometimes it's not there.
That's good.
Well said.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
good.
I am an emotional person. I was raised by women, so I had to learn really quick that being overly emotional does not really solve many problems for men. I will say that men are emotional. When we do show emotions, we don't think that it's bad to show it. A lot of us just show it in different spaces. Speaking of Antonio's word, I think it's best for us to do it around each other with other men, because we could talk shit about each other, roast each other, and then we'll show back up and still be able to hold each other accountable and not look at each other differently. It's funny because what he was saying was like, I don't think y'all hold it against us. I think biologically it's just not something that y'all. You can have a relationship where you be emotional with your woman and she is supportive, right? And she is holding you down, but y'all don't forget that it sticks, and it's like y'all are not trying to like get us back or like be negative, but biologically that's just not something y'all trying to see from a man. It's just I believe the worst place you can be is overly emotional with your woman based off experiences, just because of the way they were wired biologically. And I think there's a time and place for everything. You can open up and share with your woman, but you need to be very careful about that emotional shit. Like you have to the crying, overly emotional. It's shaky grounds, man.
It is, yeah.
It's
It's like, y'all need that, what's that, that's
When- when-
when black,
when you
you
be
can
in-
like erase the memory.
when you get emotional with your woman, this is what she doing. And she loading.
Okay, but what
Yeah,
about
bullets.
not even emotional, just like recognizing you're more complex than you let on?
So that's actually interesting that she said that because it kind of goes
I
with
wanna
Ali's
take
question.
that.
But we do understand that we're more complex.
Yeah, I'm not saying you don't understand, but you don't
But I think
show it or lead
think
into it.
with time as time moves forward, the way society is, we trying to fight biology and it's not healthy. Like we're losing ourselves with the way things are. I think that it's cool to talk about it in these spaces, but now it's just turned into a lot of talk, and then we losing ourselves. Like men are acting like women are acting like men.
Yeah.
Everybody getting confused and getting triggered about roles that they should play. Like everybody gets super triggered about your role in a relationship or your role as a man or a woman, and it's like they want to debate that instead of understanding why that role is important. Like
I want to let me piggyback off
All right,
what
cool.
you said, because you added another layer to the question. I also feel like um, sometimes that's not valued, and like being diverse in your emotion or being diverse in the things you do, right? It seems like, could be wrong, that a lot of women don't value that in a certain age frame. They only value it seems like it's valued when they're older, and they're like slow down and they realize I a person with these different layers has a lot to offer as a support system. They can handle different scenarios. When we do it in a younger age, I feel like sometimes women look at it like, "Oh, you're all over the place," or you don't know what you want, or you out here whatever because of television, movies, music. I think it's promoted to women that man is not the one, especially in our culture, especially like when I say black culture, and then later on in life, women probably like, damn, there was that guy. There was that guy or those a few of those guys, and they're like, this other guy only knows how to deal with this thing one way because he's not layered, and they didn't realize that when they were younger. So because of that, some men are like, I want you, but if I tell you all these layers about me, you're not gonna realize that's a benefit now. It might be a negative. That's how it comes off.
I get that. Yeah.
I want but then we gonna answer the question.
Yeah.
Which one is more attractive? What would be hotter to you? You're in a relationship, right? And then your man come to you and be like, "This happened at work today. I want to sit down and talk about it. Like, I lost my job, A, B, and C. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna try my best to figure it out." Or, "Hey, I lost my job today. I'm finna go take care of it real quick." He go take care of it within a short amount of time. Tell you the solution. Which one's more attractive?
I mean,
You gotta pick one.
yeah, I would say the first one, but you're still gonna figure it
first one's
out.
more attractive?
Yeah.
So for me to sit down and talk to you about it is more attractive?
Yeah, I mean, you're still gonna figure it out and get it. Like that's obviously the most important thing. But if you need to,
When we answer this question, you gotta see other people's faces. I was looking at her. She's like,
Which one's more attractive to you?
I agree with her. I would pick that one too. I want to know because my follow-up question is, I want to be like, okay, so what happened? Like, what's going on? How can I help?
Yeah, like how are you feeling? Are you?
Both questions?
Yeah. So the sounds like the second one. You're telling me that something happened, but you're not going into detail.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can't believe I lost my job today. First one. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna try my best to figure it out. We sit down and have a long conversation about it.
Sounds
I lost
wonderful.
my job today. This is what happened. I'll be back. I'm gonna go take care of it, and I go take care of it.
Yeah, it's still the first
So
one.
number one.
Yeah.
I think
the
that's
reason?
it.
No, I don't think it's cap for them. The reason I feel like it's not, I don't think it's cap for y'all because y'all already demonstrated y'all don't think like the most women.
Well, they have to be in the situation first.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Like
I
instead
feel
of
like
now,
I have.
The reason I'm saying that
You want to know because you feel like you'd be more supportive.
More supportive, and I'm the type of person that's always going to be like, what can I do to help?
Yeah, and where your mindset is at towards it.
Y'all work. I'm not saying just because y'all work out, but the reasons y'all laid out for working out, the mental health is part of it. That signals to me like y'all think a certain way. But now I'm gonna ask this question: y'all friends, fam, whoever, do you think they would choose guy 1 or 2?
I do think you had a point whenever you said younger versus older. So I do think
because I feel like a lot of people 36,
younger,
37 thinking they 23, 24.
Yeah. But I do think as you get older, you do recognize and you do want to maybe learn more to understand, or you live more to understand versus just like hearing what someone's going through. You want to understand them and what they're going through. Mm-hmm. So I do feel like if you're
that and how often it can be done.
I see what you're saying. You think that if that continues to happen, the man continuing to show his emotions, the female might be like.
But then I also said the first thing, like as long as you are figuring it out, like if you're just doing that and not figuring it out, I think is also a problem.
But remember, the question was which one is more attractive.
Yeah, I still would go with the first one.
So you would get more turned on by the first one.
Yeah.
I would like that because I feel like my man can talk to me about anything. I like that, and I would like for them to come to me and not someone else.
So you want the discussion before the solution?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. So no, you don't want the solution before the discussion.
Does that matter?
I'm just asking. You tell me.
I don't think the order of those two matters. Because I feel like the question was more geared towards like the fact that he came to you and communicated what was going on versus not communicating. So what was going on? So
How you felt?
yeah.
If y'all had like a relationship where the man was pretty high level, prestigious, successful, you knew what he did, would y'all care about him tapping in with you a lot about what he's doing at work?
I would like it. Yeah, it's the communication thing. Yeah.
You still want him to tap in with you about what's going on?
100%. Even if it's good or bad. Like,
just be honest.
I mean, I think I would want to know if something was like bothering him, right? Or even if something was good. Yeah. Like if the emotions, like if it was either way, good or bad. Now, if it's just like a regular day, then like, I don't need.
The relationship is good. The relationship is good. Everything's going fine. He never talks. You know what he does for a living. He never talks to you about work.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that.
You wouldn't want that?
No, I don't think so.
Interesting.
That's where you spend most of your life.
Do you, in a relationship, do y'all feel like, do you feel like you could be friends with your partner?
Friends with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your husband?
Yeah.
I would like that before, having a relationship first.
I see grounds again.
You see what?
He said, I see
grounds.
And we ain't forget about your question, just letting you know.
I'm aware. I'm aware.
She wanted to know what stigma about men we would change.
Mm-hmm.
If we could, you go first.
I have a good memory.
There's one that I hate.
He is good.
There's one that I hate. Like, so me dealing with men, I hate that fake tough guy shit. Like, I think it's a huge insecurity. You don't have to try to be a man. Like, just be yourself. I hate being in circles when we networking or when I'm meeting guys and they try to come off hardcore, like hard.
Yeah.
Or like tough.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the weakest motherfucker in the room too.
Mm-hmm.
I think you need to really focus on internally how to be who you are and understanding who you are. And because I get a lot of, it's not me bigging myself up. People hate on me all the time because I'm just going to be Julie. I'm going to be funny when I feel like being funny. I'm going to joke around. I'm not going to be trying to fit in the group. I feel like there are a lot of dudes walk around trying to be tough instead of understanding who they are. I think they need to spend more time realizing who they are so they don't got to walk around with this fake ass facade all the goddamn day. I would change that. So like more internal work so you don't got to walk around with a mask on.
I like that a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That.
I'm going to ask you a question, but can I ask you a question real quick?
I told you to program.
Damn it, you know me. All right.
On to the question. I feel like you're dancing around it.
No, I got mine. I feel like there's a stigma that men aren't as loving as women are. The reason I say I don't think that's true, I think the level of things that, just like there's a lot of things that women go through in life, in the marketplace, in society, I think the things that men go through in life and in the marketplace are overlooked a little bit. And it, we to come home and to still be loving, or to go through whatever you're going through, relationship issues or whatever family issues, like there's trauma from everywhere, right? Like you hear there's so much support system for women, I feel like, which is great, is needed. Like you hear women empowerment, you hear these groups for women, right? And that you don't really see these groups for men. And to still not have that support, kind of have to hold your emotion, not have to, but that's how some men feel. It's like, and be loving, it's hard. And I feel like if I said who's more, I don't want to say who's more loving, but I think men are very loving unconditionally. And there's a little bit of a stigma that men are just out here in the streets, or that they're not as loving. And it's like, when we look at the TV, especially in the black community, when we look at how black men are depicted on TV movies, when we look at police brutality, when we look at all these things in the workplace, when we talk about racism, when we talk about these things, a lot of the victims of those is women, and but a lot of times it's black men. And there's not really no support for that sometimes. And it's hard to know that as a man, that you gotta go get badgered and still be loving. And when you are loving, it's kind of almost looked down upon sometimes.
That was well said. But the question was,
That's what she asked.
stigma would you change?
So I want to change that
The
stigma.
stigma
that men don't love as much as women.
So
That's
are you
it.
changing anything about men? What men should do? Anything that you would change about men?
No, she said the stigma. Isn't that the question?
Yeah.
Is that what
Did he
That is,
Yeah, you answered
yeah.
that.
He
What
the
stigma
what
would you
which
wanna change about
which one he
stigma?
would change, and that's what he would change.
Oh,
The
but
That men are loving.
I thought you would go more something with like what men need to do, but
Oh,
that's what I thought you
No.
was asking.
oh,
wow.
I mean,
It still answered the question.
It did.
I thought you meant like.
I'm an all philosophical. He was like, but that's not the question.
Because I thought maybe she was asking what's something that we would change about what men do. That's what I thought you meant. But she meant like stigma.
A stigma, yeah.
yeah.
I agree.
But
with
both
that.
of y'all, it's
I mean,
yeah.
I might trigger y'all, but I have a strong belief that that men love unconditionally, women do not.
No, we've had this conversation
Yeah.
before, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I agree.
Yeah, men
it's a-
actually love unconditionally, women do not. They have way more conditions, and that you will lose them faster. That's why women walk away from relationships way more in a mass than men do. They don't cause, but they file for divorce more than men do. Men will stick around longer through shit. I'm not saying women don't.
Yeah.
That a lot of women do. But I think men, once they decide that this is my lady, they will put up with some wild shit and actually love unconditionally more than is highlighted. But I don't know why people can't see that. I think that's also a biological thing.
Yeah, I think
To highlight this episode for sure, though, all this, I feel these conversations all tie into fitness. I think people think of fitness as like just going to the gym, working out, like being able to have good conversations, like contradicting conversations, and still walk away and be like, hey, I learned something from that.
Yeah.
I don't agree with everything, but I learned something from that, like mentally strong, spiritually strong, and physically strong. And I think I do a great job of doing that, so I appreciate you.
Thank
I want to see y'all collab. That's what I want to see.
For sure.
I feel like it's gonna
Shout
happen
out.
now.
We will,
Yeah.
And like I said, everything was kind of organic. It's not a setup at all, and I feel like y'all answered the questions well. Y'all didn't flip out.
Crash out.
I think it was a healthy conversation. I think platforms should be used to have healtty conversations.
Yeah.
And I want y'all to give a shout out to the Map Social.
That's your camera right there.
Wait, a shout out? Sorry, you asked for action, and I was like still listening.
Yeah.
Tell them where they can find you on Instagram, and shout out to Map Social, and then you'll go as well.
Okay. Shout out to Map Social. Thank you for having me here. I really appreciate it. You can find me on Instagram at fit.ashleyt.
Taking new clients?
No, I'm a full-time student and a full-time job right now. So no.
But you're gonna be putting more videos out. People
Absolutely.
That's good.
Yeah, Map Social, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. You can find me on Instagram, Erin Danielle Fit. My website is erindaniellefitness.com.
Yeah. Taking your clients?
Yes,
That's
I am.
It's the Math Social Resistance Dirty Laundry Podcast. I'll catch y'all next time.
Peace.